Hi, and welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers, back at Mossley Manor. Now this, for the people that don't know, this is one of our most popular videos. Me and Andy came here, we were looking around the place and there was somebody walked across the stairs. That was a few years ago. Now, as you can see, it's looking very worse for wear. But I thought, I've not done something like this for a while, so I'm gonna stay overnight. Now, as you can see, it's not the nicest of weathers, not the nicest of days after the beautiful weather we've had over the last few weeks. But sleeping bag, and I've got this as well, and I'll explain to you what that is in a minute. But I'm expecting it to be quite cold tonight, and I'm hoping I don't get disturbed. Right, I'm back inside after all these years, and it is a death trap, an absolute death trap. I'm going to show you around. Have another look around like me and Andy did, but I've got to be careful because it is so bad. Right, so I've come through to the part of the building where the fire was. I keep hearing people outside because obviously at this time of day, if you look over there, it's not dark yet because obviously it's lighter nights this time of year. So it's like 8:30, 8:45 now. So there's people out, and it's right on the road, this place, on a busy road. So you can hear cars, you can hear people, you can hear all sorts. So if you do hear anything, don't think suddenly I'm being like attacked by a ghost or a man under the bed. Probably somebody out on the street. But as the night goes on, it'll get quieter. Although I've just said that and now it sounds like there's someone behind me. Right, I need to show you the devastation in this place. Now it looks spooky as it is, but if you remember the tunnels that went underneath this place, the cellar, well, they are no more. Look at the state of it in here. So we will have walked on that top floor, we'll have walked on this floor, and we've also walked underneath through the freaky tunnels down to where the little voice said yes. There was a little voice on the last video that almost answered me. It was very, very strange. Now, something I have noticed, because of the fire, you can sort of see, if I put it up there, look, there used to be windows or something there. You see where it's all been like chiseled away almost? That's the edge of a window, so the fire has sort of opened this place up to make you realise how it used to look and how things have changed. Now at the moment, I'm sort of taking solace in the... As soon as I spoke again, another bloody noise down there. Yeah, I don't like this place anyway. I sort of do, because I like to be scared, but I'm on my own. I'm on my own in a scary building that I'm already scared of because of what happened last time. And not only that, I've had the great idea to spend a night here. So at the moment, like I said, I'm taking solace in the fact that I can hear people, I can hear birds, I can see the light outside. But very, very soon this place is going to change altogether. Right, so obviously I'm not going in there. I was tempted to try and climb down, but there's probably still an access to get down there. I'll just have to work out whether it's safe enough to do that. So we'll go back up this way, back up to the main entrance, and I'll show you how bad it is. Look at this. This is crazy. I've got to be careful. This is crazy compared to what it was, and how it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't anything like this at all. There was rooms set out for the old people still, and now it's just gone. It really has. Look at that. Look at the floor above us. That's mad. Now, I don't normally give out names of places, but this is Mossley Manor in Liverpool, and I'm only saying that because everybody knows where it is. Like literally everybody knows where this place is, and they did before I even stepped foot in the place. So I don't mind so much. The only thing I would say is if you've got plans to come, don't, for your safety, because it is so bad. But if you don't know the backstory to this place, for a start, John Lennon's mother stayed here for a while. When she was elderly, she stayed in this place, but it was shut down and finally closed forever because of horrendous crimes against elderly people. I think they found something like 4 dead elderly sort of, I want to say patients, but I don't mean patients, like people that lived here. They were people that lived here. And they found, when they came to shut the place down, there was 4 dead patients in the place. There was also so many events of people having malnutrition, being punched, like nipped and mistreated. Oh, it was horrendous. And the person who owned this place ultimately went to prison. Now I've left my sleeping bag and my ghillie suit. Oh look, there's the entrance to the cellars. Let's go and have a look down now, shall we? But yeah, if you don't know what a ghillie suit is, I'll let you know now. So a ghillie suit is usually used by a ghillie, which is basically like a Scottish gamekeeper, that sort of thing. That's where the name came from. But then it's been used by like the military and all sorts over years for hiding. It was originally to hide from like deer and birds and stuff, and then it was used in the armed forces to hide from other people. Now I've brought it with me because I thought if I hear anybody come into the building later, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna go and sit in a corner. I'll film them coming in and watch them. They'll not even notice I'm there. Now, don't get me wrong, there's no big bushes in here, but things are that overgrown, you'd probably not even tell. So even though I'm hoping nobody comes and I don't hear any noises, I kind of hope I do as well. Now look at the big old windows there. That's like stained glass. So this building would have been laid out totally different to what it is now. Got the old stones there, the old bricks. But I don't know what to think about this, going down to this cellar. I actually remember coming down here with Andy and how it was pretty much exactly. And I'm pretty bad at remembering like different explorers. They all sort of mould into one, but this place, for some reason, parts of it really stand out. Right, I've made it down and it were awful getting down there. Such a scramble, I'm out of breath. I can see the old stairs underneath, but there's bits of wood, the ceiling's coming down. Stuff is just everywhere. So I really have got to be careful. I'm so scared of these ceilings more than anything else. I'm scared that they're coming down on me. Right. You can't tell me this isn't a spooky place, because it really, really is. There's water in here. I'm trying to find a certain room as well. There was a room where it looked like there was human juices running down the walls. And it was on this corridor, or one of these corridors. But I don't know which. Now, I don't know if this is the room where Andy was hiding in a fridge. Oh, I just got stuck. There's a big fridge. Yeah, I think it was there. I bet it's been moved round. There was like a big chest freezer. God, I need my hair cutting. There was a big chest freezer just there. And Andy went in it, and then when we looked, there was something that looked like fresh blood in there, and it wasn't his. So we were all a bit scared about that as well. Why can I see my... Right, it is boiling. And I can see my breath. I don't like that at all. Like, it's raining outside, but it's a warm day. A very warm day today. It's only just started raining, but there it is. There we go. There was... Oh, it's not going to be there now, man. Like, I'm thinking, oh, it's full of water as well. We're expecting the blood still to be there somehow after all these years. But now, I know it's a bit of a cop-out. I don't like coming and doing re-explores of places, especially because we have actually been back to this place another time as well. But it wasn't much after we came the first time. Whereas this is years after. And things haven't just changed a bit. It's almost unrecognisable in parts of the building. It's crazy. So to think what could have changed and how dangerous it's going to be. I'm excited for the danger, but I'm not really looking forward to sleeping here. I do like a good night's sleep if I'm actually trying to sleep. Like if I'm driving about, it's not so bad. But if I'm trying to sleep, it's a different matter. Right. Oh, how could I say that's just an exit, but there's doors through here as well. I'm guessing that's to outside. That's been concreted up. This goes somewhere else. I don't remember these sorts of floors though in here. There may be certain rooms that we didn't actually get to come in. Now, I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of you out there that are expecting some random little voice or something terrible to happen. But I'm expecting nothing to happen because all these fake, I'm not saying all of them are fake, but these fake paranormal channels that would come back to a place over and over again because a video's done well, like, they're the sort of channels you would expect them to come back and suddenly there's like a white sheet floating around the room or a little boy stood in the corner or something. I'm 100% expecting nothing to happen, but it is good to come and have another look around. I'm not a paranormal channel, never have been and never will be, so I'm not expecting anything. Now, a lot of the rooms down here I would expect to be like staff rooms, places where they kept files. In fact, I seem to think we found some, was it in here that we found the files about someone called John or something that had come to get people, like, had caused trouble. Oh, there's some more stairs up there. In fact, are they the stairs? I think they may be the famous stairs. We'll come back to that in a minute. But yeah, I feel like we did find some documentation in here. I'm not sure. Now, this is just taking me back round in a big circle, isn't it? So we're missing some rooms. We're definitely missing the room with the stuff coming down the walls, because I've not come past it. But saying that, maybe if I go back the other way, I could go in a different direction and find it down there. I don't know. In fact, yeah, we haven't seen the washing machines or anything yet. But I will say something. This room, I'm trying to do it, and is the only room where you can see my breath. None of the other rooms, just this kitchen, which is really weird because it's not cold in here at all. It really isn't. Anyway, let's keep looking. So I was right. That's the stairs I've just come down and we've just gone that way. So it must be up this way. Must be. If not, I'm going crazy. I also don't remember the lift being open. So how that's happened, I don't know. Oh, Lord. It is freaky down here. Not just because of, like, the spooky element to it, but just, it's like, I'm worried that something's coming on my head in a minute, and not in a good way. This is where we were a minute ago. When I was stood up at the top, I'll show you those windows. That's the windows there. I was round this corner. I'm not going any further up there though, there's just no point. Now, I am being a bit stupid. I will hold my hands up today for a couple of reasons. One, nobody knows where I am. Two, actually that's a lie. Somebody does know where I am, but not anybody that would care. So that's number one. Number two, I'm here all alone in a very, very dangerous building. Three, it is so dusty. Like, it feels like it's on my chest. There's a noise coming from behind me that I don't like. Yeah, it feels like it's a bit getting on my chest a little bit, which is not good. I think it must just be a bird I can hear. Can't hear it now. And four, 3 to 4. No doubt you guys will find a number 4 for me. Let's have a look. Where are we now? See, all the stuff on that wall, oh no, it weren't in here, may have gone because the walls have gone. Like, a lot of the walls are on the floor. You can see like the blue plastic and insulation behind. You know what? This is one thing I don't like. I know for a fact there's going to be no power in this place, but there's certain places I go to, you just don't know. Like, if there's electricity, like, would it still electrocute you? I would have thought so. Or has it broken the circuit so it wouldn't? I don't know. I don't know how these things work. So this is the laundry room. No way. No way. Look, oh my God. Look at the ceiling for a start. That's coming down. So Andy got inside that. And I'd said to him just before, is this the laundry room? And that's where the little yes came on camera. So if it appears now, then it's very freaky, but I don't think it's going to. Because we were looking at all these different items in here, like for getting the water out of clothes, I'm guessing, or ironing stuff. I don't really know. Andy would tell me, but he's not here. But look at the breakages in the ceiling. Like the whole floor is going to come down. It is crazy in comparison to what it was before. Right, I've just stopped. Because I think there's somebody in the building. I'm sure I heard 2 voices. I'm sure I heard people talking to each other then. The only thing is, I've left my ghillie suit at the entrance. So my big plan has not worked because I'm stupid. But that was because I thought, right, I'll need it later. Like, as it gets darker, people will come in. But it seems like somebody's here already. If they are, I might be wrong. Thing is, being in the cellar very much distorts sound. You can't quite tell where noises are coming from because they're having to come down to you as it is. Right, so that's the end of the cellars. So we better go up the famous stairs. Or maybe, actually no, we won't. We'll go up to the main reception area, work our way through from there, and then we'll go up the stairs last, and we'll find a room at the top of those stairs somewhere to camp for the night. Now that's the other reason we're going to hear some distant noises occasionally. Sefton Park in Liverpool is where they have concerts and things like that. I don't know if you can hear it, but somebody's singing away down there. I feel like it's some sort of BBC, like, I don't know, something in the park or something. I'm sure that's what it's called. But I'm sure it's the BBC that set it up, like Radio 1. Oh God, that whole wall moved then when I touched it. But yeah, so for the next couple of hours at least, we're going to hear some weird noises in regards to like music playing and stuff like that. Anyway, I need to get back up these stairs. If I'm going up these same ones, I don't want to. See, it's not just the wood and planks and stuff. There's whole windows, and like underneath the wood is glass, big chunks of glass that have come out of these windows up here. So you've got to be really careful. Like a minute ago when I came down, I put my foot on there, it slipped off, and then there's all that glass in there. Could have quite easily gone straight into my leg. But luckily I was holding on quite firmly. But that's another thing as well. Like when you're holding on to some of these things, there's nothing to say that the piece of wood that you're grabbing isn't holding the whole roof up above you. So you've got to be mega careful. Now, as I've been climbing back up here, I've just noticed one of the old window weights. I know it's not that exciting, but I like seeing some of the old features that you can't normally see because it's like been changed over the years or stuff like this has happened. But sometimes it sort of like unearths some of the old things. Like that'll be Victorian. That will have been there for at least 100 years, maybe longer. What the fuck was that? There were a noise upstairs then. at someone walking, not ooh, someone walking. I think it might be outside. Right, if anybody's watched the series The Last of Us or played it on PlayStation, this is what it's making me think about, because there's all bits of like plant life coming through the walls, and on that it's like fungus or fungi, and it spreads like this, not only into walls and stuff but into people as well, so it's a bit freaky. I don't know if you heard that at the end. That I just leaned on is a big piece of fungus. I don't know if you heard that outside then. Somebody whistled really loud outside. Nah, I don't know if it's just somebody walking down the street, but it sounded very loud. I don't know if there's security on this place anymore. There's new fencing up that didn't used to be there. Or maybe the police have come, you just don't know, do you? Right, we're back upstairs. Well, we're on the first floor. Look at it in here. Is it not freaky? You can hear that bass of that music. Oh look, bit of the stained glass down there on the floor. You can hear the bass of the music in the park. But that's not good. I'd rather not hear it. Bloody hell, look at it in here. That's the whole floor. What is that? Is that part of the floor as well? Yeah, it is. It looks like a big metal boiler at first or something. But it's not. Right. Oh God. See, I'm scared because I know there's a cellar underneath here. So if I disappear, I'm falling quite a way down. But also, I don't want to go in anywhere like that, because I'll fall down here and I'll carry on going. Now, I understand why they've put these barriers here. Look at it in there. Look at the state of that. Now, I know this is not going to be the Explore for everybody, because pigeons. That were a pigeon. Yeah, no, it's not the Explore for everybody, because it's just wrecked, it's ruined. But the people that have been here a long time, and the people that like to see me shit myself, are gonna love it. Now, I know for a fact there'll be at least a few of you that started watching my videos, or mine and Andy's videos, when we first came here. So, voices, but they're out on the street. Yeah, you will have come over to our channel watching this video on something like Nuke's Top 5 or Casper Site or Slap Tam, or maybe just from seeing it in the newspapers or whatever, getting it in on your feed and stuff like that. And I love the fact that I can bring you back and show you what it's like now, and also do what I said I was always going to do, which is stay here the night. Although I thought I'd be doing it with Andy. Now, the reason I came back this way, first of all, I think it's really strange that there's children's like toys and things in here when it was an old people's home. But I suppose it could be for when they came visiting. But yeah, the reason I wanted to come back in here before we went up the stairs is before it goes dark, and you can look at the state of those stained glass windows that used to be there. Now, if you want to go, I'll put a link in the description so you can go back and look at the old video and see what it was like before. But that is disgusting. It's so bad. Like, some at the top are still in one piece, but everything at the bottom's destroyed. And do you remember the piano? Look at that poor, sad piano sat there that's been there probably a couple of 100 years. Well, I think this place was built in 1870 something. So it's probably been there a good 100 years. And now look at its sorry state. I've also noticed there's big chunks missing out the stairs. So it might not be as easy as I think to get up there. Right, I've now got to make a quite scary mission up the stairs. I'm not looking forward to this. I literally can see that the whole of the bottom of the stairs, the support, is broken. So that is not good. But one thing I will say, if you look up it, it's such a shame. Can you see? I don't know if I can zoom you in enough. Look, it's got all Latin, and it would have been all the way along there. You can see little bits of it. I actually don't know if it is Latin or English. But yeah, there would have been a motto all the way. There's one further up there as well. Oh, it is English. All to something fair got night. I can't read it, but I'm sure somebody can. Like I was saying, what a terrible shame. Beautiful windows, crafted all those years ago, that had meaning to the family that lived here, because obviously it wasn't always a care home. It was owned by an important family. I think something to do with shipping, because obviously Liverpool's really like big on shipping and things like that. But I don't know. I don't know if it was that or steel or something like that. But yeah, whoever lived here, the guy that lived here, put his heart and soul into that, and the design of it. He will have asked for it to be made a specific way, and now it's just such a state. Right, I've literally just shit myself. It is the noisiest place in the world, this. We've got that concert going on. There's planes flying round, or maybe a helicopter over the event that's going on. There's cars going past. But then as I looked over there a minute ago, that shadow moved as I moved my torch, and I literally thought somebody's walking, like it was there. It did that, and it looked like somebody was walking down the stairs towards me, and I shit myself. Look at the state of this. I don't even know if I can stand on the second step, because the first one's gone. Oh, I don't know if I should. Should I go up the other stairs? I just don't know. And also, can I put my weight on this banister? Like, is it going to take me? Because, well, there is one at this side. It's just not the best. Right, just let me try and sort myself out. We'll work out if I can do it. Oh, Jesus, did you hear that? Oh my God. Need to get off these stairs, That was horrendous. I hope you heard that. It literally all fell under my feet. That rain outside is getting heavier and heavier. That it's getting proper washed out, that they're listening to. It's been nice all day as well. It's been boiling. Well, it has been in Yorkshire, but over here in Liverpool, it's a bit dreary. But trust me, that scared me. I was okay once I got past that second step, but the second step when I stood on it then just made such a crack. Look at that though. It's like gothic, isn't it? It's beautiful. I know I keep going on about it. Right, this place isn't getting any better as we go further up. Like, there's holes in the floor where I'm standing. There's more ceiling coming through. This is one of the most dangerous places I've been for a while, and I've been to some dangerous places recently. This is worse. And I hate it when there's piles of rubble and stuff on the floor, because you can't tell where the floor is solid and not. Look at this. This is what I mean. Like, you go down somewhere like that, and to give you an idea, I always do this. That's what it looks like to me. That's my view of it. Like, it always kind of zooms in a little bit when you're on your camera. But we are basically like second floor up, and then that's the cellar below as well. So it would be such a big drop if you fell from here. I don't think you might survive. You would probably survive it because you'd land on all this lot, but you would not be in a very nice state when you got to the bottom. I'm glad I brought my hoodie and my sleeping bag, because there's a breeze coming through here now, and it's getting quite cool in places. Like, most of the building's warm, like it's keeping the heat in, but where there's big windows and things like that, it's not. So I'm going to be very cold tonight if I ain't got them. So I'm glad. Oh, I don't know if I should go up here or not. Let's have a look through this window. Oh, Lord. Why has somebody written door on the door that is stuck to the wall? What is that all about? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I know for a fact I'm gonna get. Oh look, this is the lounge. I'm gonna get so much stick from the people. Fucking hell! Look at that. Like, I made a noise with this, but there were another noise up there. I am gonna get so much stick from the beeper mothers. There's a noise up there. There's something moving. It could be rain. That's what I've just thought. It could be rain coming through. Right, we're gonna make our way up here. I know you don't like it. I know you're telling me not to, but I can't miss out big chunks of the building just because somebody that's watching it in Australia or Cornwall is telling me not to. Like, I know there'll be certain people on the East Coast that are telling me to go further and faster, but I know there'll be definitely some that don't want me to go any further at all. This is definitely like something out of a horror film. Oh, and there's carpet now as well. Explorer's worst enemy, carpet. I don't like it. I'm talking to you in my own voice, and I'm talking to speak to you because I'm a bit scared. And just think what it's going to be like as it gets darker and darker in here. Oh, more ceilings coming through. I'm just worrying that one of these days I'll be on top of it. I've already fallen through a ceiling once, but not with the ceiling. Like, the ceiling had already gone pretty much. Huh? What's that mean? 9926-23-5. What? 9926-23-5. What could that possibly mean? Like, it can't be the 9th of the 9th, 2026, because that hadn't happened. It can't be, I don't know what it could mean. Very strange. This is quite a dry room, but once again, like, all these big main rooms, like, there's a big dint. Where that table is there, you can't see it, but the room dints. Now, if you go off what we've just seen up there, all the big main rooms are the ones that are falling through. The corridors are fine, but the big main rooms are just falling through everywhere, which makes me think I shouldn't probably sleep in one of them. Let's go and have a look in room number 25. Oh, God. I've just been saying about not going in the big main rooms, and then what do? I walk straight through into one. I can feel the floor. It feels weird. Yeah, this is one of the bedrooms. It would have been beautiful at one point. Look at that big window. Like, looking at all those trees, probably wouldn't have been there at some point either. Looking out over there, this floor is just a mess. It's awful. I'm getting out of here. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually wasn't really particularly scared. When that person went across the top of the stairs, I wasn't scared. I ran straight to him. Like, it didn't scare me because at first I didn't think it was anything other than just somebody there. I just ran to the top of the stairs and there was nobody there. Andy stood at the bottom, looked up, nobody went back across, and they just disappeared into a wall. People were saying, oh, they've gone out the window. If I can find that window, I will show you how small it was. It was ridiculously small. There was no way. And it was about a 30-foot drop out the window. Maybe not 30 foot. Yeah, no, 30 foot drop out the window. So there's no way on earth that somebody went out of it. But I'm more scared that I'm going to be the person haunting somebody else when I fall through one of these ceilings. And you can see that there's fire being here because the fire alarm's melted. Like, what sort of fire alarm melts? Look at that. There must have been some right heat come through here for that to melt like that. Not just a little bit. I don't know if it is the fire alarm, actually. Looking at it, it might be a light fitting or just a light. I don't know, but that has been extremely hot at some point. Right, little toilet in there. We're in another bigish room in here. Oh, now this might be all right. Sleeping somewhere. I'm proper eyeing up each room and thinking, oh, should I sleep in here? Should I sleep somewhere else? Right, what's this room like? We might go and look out the window quickly before it gets totally dark. Oh, I didn't like that bang. Yeah, you can listen. It's a couple of miles away, that, and it's so loud. So loud. And trust me, I would be much rather be at that concert than here. I'd rather be anywhere than here. I've been dreading coming here all day, all week. I'd had the idea in my head that I was going to come in here, like at the beginning of the week. And I just thought, I'll be letting you down if I don't do it. I did say I was going to come back one day and sleep, and I've not done it yet. I don't like saying I'm going to do something and then not doing it. So this is me following through on a maybe 5-year-old promise. Right, going in this room. I wonder if the fire weakens the concrete, you know, and that's why it ends up going through, or more likely, because I'm stupid, it weakens the wood that holds up the concrete or something like that. That's probably more like it. But there's definitely been a fire in this part of the building, and I don't like this. I know it's a recurring theme. I don't like this floor because of it. It feels weird. It feels weird to be walking on it. Right. Now this bit, what's this? What is that? Is that another part of the building that I don't remember? I don't remember. Oh. Is it just because it's at a lower level? I have to go down and try and work out what that is now. Right, I'm back here again. I'm back in the place that caused the big stir and the fuss. Now, I can show you. I've been waiting to show people this for ages. But look, me and Andy had just commented on that wallpaper being thick and being like peeling off the wall or whatever. And that's the point where I looked up there, and I can't actually get to the place I was because I was right next to this wall, but there's a door there now. But the person walked across there from the door on the left over to the right. Now Andy stayed down here. He literally stood round about here watching, and he saw nobody go back across, whereas I went straight up the stairs. Literally, I couldn't see, but that's why I know that Andy was still looking. So I went up these stairs, round this corner, and there was nobody there. And that's the window. Let me show you. The amount of people that have said it, they definitely went out the window. 100% they had to. They couldn't have. Right, this is the window. Now I want to give you a bit of perspective, just a minute. Right, for a start, there's like trees growing outside, and there's a massive drop. You can't even see how far. We're on the roof. We're literally at the roof. Now the gap used to be from like here across there, because there was another one of these boards like that at the bottom. So you're telling me in that time it took me to get up those 2 bits of stairs, bearing in mind my knees were a lot better then than they are now, and to go up here, which is like comes to about here on me, out through a window that, for perspective, I will show you, it's about the same size as this bag, and then either down, straight down. God, water's just splattering everywhere because the rain's getting worse. Straight down or left somehow and onto the roof. No chance at all. No way could that have happened. Especially, like, don't get me wrong, some climbing wizard could probably find a way of getting out of that window But there's no way they could have got out in that amount of time without me seeing a pair of legs sticking out or hearing them, like, because it would make a lot of noise as well. Now, I took my bag off to do a size comparison, then I put it back on. Just put it back on again. What an idiot. Now, the other people said they would have gone down this corridor, but like I said, Andy was just down there and he could see the whole time. There was no point where he couldn't see. So, but even if they did, right, when I'm running up those stairs, if they'd gone down here and bolted in one of these rooms, we would have heard them. We came and looked in the rooms afterwards and there was nobody here. So there's absolutely no way on this earth that was a person. I'm sorry, but I know there's a lot of people that like this channel because we don't do ghost stuff. But I'm sorry to say, it wasn't a human. Am I saying categorically it was a ghost? No. I'm just saying I don't know what it was, because there's no way it could have been a human. There was something else that came up as well. There's like a little shine on their ankle or the knee or something. I can't remember now. And they were like, oh yeah, they've got some reflective thing on them. But once again, like, if it is a person, where did they go? That's my question. My question to anyone that is a skeptic, where did they go? Where did they go? Now, I keep hearing knocks, but I'm pretty sure it's the rain dripping now. Listen. Yeah, it's rain dripping. So, like, there is an option, maybe, of coming in here. Sleeping on that. Oh, I don't know if I want. Oh no. I think I'd rather just sleep on a dusty floor than on that. That's just doesn't look very nice, does it? So we're right at the top of the building now. Like I said, the roof, there's an attic space somewhere up there, but the roof is above me. So I've pretty much showed you everything I can show you that is in one piece still. I still keep looking at it and thinking, how does anybody think that you could climb out of that? It's just impossible. But yeah, like, all the rooms up here are just empty rooms. Oh, I want to be able to see the concert. It'd be good, wouldn't it? It's not, it doesn't sound far away. Well, we can't listen to it because I'll get copyright striked for it. Yeah, listen. That's what I could hear. But it's worrying, isn't it? Because this is where more floors are going to start going through because of the constant dripping of water. Oh my Lord. Look at it out here in this bit here. This is crazy. Oh, that's good. Little archway. Right. I'm pretty sure you're sick of just looking at, like, oh, I don't know, because that is spooky. Even I think that looks freaky walking down here. But you can see, look at the end and on the walls, you can see the line where the smoke went to. The level of the smoke. It's black, thick and black at the top. But yeah, I just think that you are going to get a bit sick of just looking around empty rooms that have fallen down. But I just wanted to make sure I did the place justice and show you everything that I possibly can before it's gone altogether, because it's not going to be long. We can all see that. It's not going to be long at all. This floor, oh my God. Right, the floor's gone there, and this floor that I'm stood on, I feel like I've got to stay on this middle bit because the left bit's all squishy. Oh my God. I can't move. Nothing feels safe. The floors have gone there. The floor's gone there, and I'm stood on the only bit left. Let's go back. Let's go back. Look, go back, go back. Oh, it feels more solid here. Jesus Christ, that felt awful. That felt horrible. I don't think, it's hard to explain. Like, you know, like almost like a soft wood feeling under your feet. And it's not I don't know, it is spongy, but it's not like, it feels like it's going to crack. It just feels like it's going to disappear, like disintegrate under your feet. And then when you look at, you see at either side of you, you've got a room that's collapsed. Like, you're the only bit that's still like standing. And how long is that going to be for? I told you, I do not want to die in this building. I do not want to haunt the next set of people. Another bit of floor I didn't like. The next set of people that come and look round. Although I have to say, I would make a fucking fantastic ghost, because I would do my best to scare the shite out of people if I could. Like, you know me and pranks. Oh, you see, that looks alright. What's it like in here? I'd rather be on a soft bed than the hard floor. So look. It's soft. The floor seems solid. There is a bit of a breeze. But I think if I had my, I was going to say if I had my head at that end, but I wouldn't want my head, so I couldn't see the door. It does say anything camping there, so maybe that's a sign. I'm guessing that's a YouTube channel. Go over and tell them that you've seen the thing, because that's why they've written it. But yeah, I'm guessing that's probably where I'm going to spend the night. So we'll go and get my stuff. Now, when I say my stuff, I mean a sleeping bag and a ghillie suit, and that is it. That's all I've got. I've got backup torches, and I've got a backup battery pack and another phone. But that is it. That is all I've brought. A bottle of water as well. Oh, have I left that in car? I might have left that in car, you silly, silly bastard. So it's a thirsty, hungry night for me. I have already eaten, to be fair. Now, you're not going to be a fan of how I've got to go back and get my sleeping bag either, because I've got to go through the middle of this lot, and that post is the only thing holding anything up. It's over there. It's just after 11 o'clock now, so we've been in here quite a while already. I think I got here for about 8, maybe 8 o'clock, but yeah, it's just after 11. I've just looked. This is what I mean. I've got to be so careful. If I knock that, this whole lot, everything above me is coming down, and my stuff is over there. Right, back at the window, which is covered in anti-climb paint. Now, anyone's ever seen that, it is horrible. It's like tar, and it's so hard to get off. But yeah, I had to climb through that. It's absolutely covered in it. But yeah, this is where I left my stuff. So now we're going to go back again, through there, and upstairs. Right, so all I can hear now is either a plane or an helicopter flying round. I'm guessing that concert's been over for a while now, maybe an hour. But I'm guessing all the people are still dispersing, finding their way home and stuff. So they'll be keeping an eye on like people getting out of here and fights breaking out and things like that. I don't think there'll be many fights, but that's probably what it is. It'd be like a police plane or a police helicopter. So I'm sat in this room. I've put my stuff down there, all ready for a sleepless night, I think. It doesn't help that I can hear dripping as well from behind me. Like, the rain is relentless, and we're actually just round the corner from that bit that felt like it were going to fall down. So if the rain keeps on going, we might not have a corridor back to go back along. We might not be able to get out of here. We're on the top floor. I've not even thought about that. Like, what if like all the stairs disappear? They're not going to, but if they did, what am I going to do? How do I get down? It's stupid things that go through your head when you just sat here quietly, because I've got nothing else to do at the moment. Like, it's not quite dark enough, even though it's past 11 o'clock at night. The street lights and stuff like that, that's making it seem a bit brighter out there. Obviously, we're right next to a big city in Liverpool, so there's going to be like the street lights all over. It don't feel dark enough. Should have come in winter, really. There's still noises of that plane or whatever. There's cars. Now, there'll be more cars probably coming away from that. So I reckon in about an hour, it's going to quieten down again. And then I can start to listen for every bloody noise. Right, I'm laying here, and I don't know if you can hear, out of the window behind me. Yeah, there. I don't know if it's fireworks going off. I can definitely hear people wandering around now, whereas I couldn't hear them as much earlier, but now I can. I know you're upside down, but that's just because how I'm laid at the moment, but it's still flying round. It's like an hour and a half later now. It's still flying round. I keep hearing noises down there. It's going to be a terrible night, this, I know it is. Absolutely terrible. Right, so while I've been laying here breathing in dust and listening to all the noises, I've been doing... Oh, I need to move that torch. That's better. That's better. I've been doing a bit of research. Sorry, I'm just like laid on my side. I look like a right idiot. Let me read what I've found out. Now, it sounds to me like this building has always had a bit of a sad side to it. So, it used to be called... I have to lay on my back. It used to be called Elmswood House. And it was built in 1850. Now, I was confused by that at first, because 1850, it says 1878 outside on the wall. But then it says it was built in 1850 for the former mayor of Liverpool. So someone very important lived here, Thomas Sands Esquire, and extended in 1878, which is what it says outside, for a Liverpool cotton merchant, Nicholas Duckworth. Now, cotton merchant basically means slave trader. Obviously, well, it doesn't. He was a user of slaves. If you think about probably when in the late 1800s they'd abolished slavery, hadn't they? Or had they? But basically his business will have been built on the slave trade and cotton picking over the years. And so that's the first bit of sadness to this house. The next bit is almost equal. Oh, look, I've got no beard. It's tucked in. The next bit is even sadder in a way. Let me just read the next bit if I can find my other phone. So it says, in 1940, the house was bought by the Salvation Army to be used as a mother and baby home for unmarried mothers. You can see where this is going. The idea being the babies would be given up for adoption. And this person, I've not noticed this, I'm not going to say their name because it's not fair. It says, I was born there. Much later, my mum being a private patient there. The doctor on call at the home. Oh no, I can't read that because it's the name of the doctor. Mum was very upset about the sinful girls being treated badly and used as servants. The mother and baby home was closed in 1969. Now, the little voice that we heard in the laundry room that said, like, answered me when I spoke to Andy, went, yes. That sounded like a little girl. And, like, if you think about the young girls that would have been here, and if they were used as a servant, so, like, in the laundry room, you just don't know, do you? Like, if you are that way of thinking where, oh God, I can't get comfortable, of where you think, like, outside, you believe in ghosts or haunted places or whatever, or, like, separated spirits or whatever you believe in, like, if that is all true, is that where the little sort of, like, young girl's voice came from? Anyway, then, so in 1969, oh God, I'm having a nightmare. Give me a sec. Right, so in 1969, it stopped being the mother and baby home. In 1970, it became a Salvation Army children's home, which closed in 1982. Now, we all know what happens in children's homes, especially back in the 70s and the 80s. A lot of dodgy people about, Now, I'm not saying all children's homes were like that, but I used to work in, like, schools and stuff like that, and I worked with some of the worst kids in the north of England. Some of them were in children's homes, and some of the stories that we used to hear were absolutely awful. So I'm not saying it's all of them, but I would have thought back in the 70s and 80s, another sad story. And then sometime later, it became Mossley Manor Care Home, which shut in 2015. So this place was open and working just 10 years ago. And looking at the state of it now, you just wouldn't believe it, would you? Absolutely crazy. Shut by the Care Quality Commission due to the neglect of the residents. The millionaire owners were fined, and I'm pretty sure one of them went to prison as well. I'm pretty sure that's true. And then it said on another page that I was looking at that 10 bodies were unreported. So I thought it was 4. It was actually 10 deaths were unreported, which is crazy. It lay empty, abandoned for some time, suffering decay and vandalism. It was recently, so this post from 2021, it was recently for sale in 2017 for 2.5 million, and proposed plans to convert the main building and extend into 16 residential apartments and 3 new houses in the grounds. That is never going to happen. This place will, it'll be listed. It'll be a listed building. They can't knock it down now. But it will be so unsafe at some point that they will have to. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a bit of a history lesson on the place as we're in here. And now you know all that, I'm going to have a bit of a rest and listen out for noises. Right, it's midnight. The plane, or whatever it was, went away quite a while ago. It's pitch black outside. There is still the occasional car going past, but taxis and things like, it's a big city, so there's going to be still cars. But the one thing that keeps making me stop and sit up, I can't hear it now. It sounds like there's somebody walking up and down. Now I know there's water dripping, and also, I don't know if you can hear it, the rain is just relentless outside. But I keep hearing footsteps. I've been in this building for hours and hours. Like, it's midnight. I've been here 4 hours already. And I'm planning to leave maybe about 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, when it's just light. I miss the rush hour traffic going. Oh no, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. There's not going to be any rush hour traffic, but hopefully I'll miss any sort of traffic. But the whole time I've been here, I've not heard really what sounds like somebody walking around the place. But since I've just been laid here quietly, it sounds like people walking upstairs, walking on the top floor, just generally walking round. Like, no bangs. There was a couple of bangs, but I don't know if it were fireworks outside. There was some banging going off. No banging in this bed. I hope there's no banging in this bed tonight. God, I don't know who it'd be that'd be banging. But the people have stopped walking up. The cars have calmed down. And the only thing I can hear is the occasional noise of somebody walking up and down the bloody corridors. It must just be the sound of the water or something. But if I hear it again, I'm gonna slowly get up and let's see if we can hear what it is. Right, I've got up. Surely you can hear that. 100% there's somebody here. There's somebody here. Now what do? Do I go and find them and scare them more than they're scaring me? Or do I not risk it? Do I just sit here? Oh my God. It's a bloody hacksaw there, or whatever it is, a little saw. If there's a face comes from behind that door, I swear to God. Listen, listen, listen. That's not just water dripping. That's definitely somebody walking about. Right, it stopped again now. I can't see, I've been out and looked. We'll go again together now. But literally, there's nobody on this floor, and I'll show you why. Right, so we've got two ways of going. This is the one where the floor is really dodgy, and I can only get about halfway up without it being too unsafe. So I can't go up there. Now there is water noises coming up from there, more than there is down there. Scary. This room, can't go in there. Well, I can go in there, but there's nothing in there. But the noises sounded like they were coming from this way. Now, there's nobody in there. I've looked in there, there's nobody in there. Came up to about here. And then the noises stopped. Nobody in there. That's the dodgy window where the person walked across, which is what's freaking me out. But it doesn't sound like, listen. My feet aren't really making much noise walking on this carpet. But whoever it was, or whatever it was noisy. But it was in the building. So the only other thing I can think, it's like down there somewhere. Don't know. I genuinely can't think what it could be. There's nothing up there. Yeah, that thing like glass. Oh, it might just be water dripping on glass, to be fair. Alright. I'm gonna go and lie down. It's me. I think I'm making myself scared of things. No. My torch is gone. Oh, fucking hell, I cannot see a thing. Just give me a minute, I'll have to put my light on my phone. Oh, thank God for that. I need to change my torch over. Luckily, I'm only here. I'd not gone wandering down around the building. Jesus Christ. Right, let me change torches. Now, something I'm a bit concerned about. It could be on me, it could have come off me. But I'm sure that anti-climb paint wasn't on my bed when I got there. When I laid down on it, because I'm sure I wouldn't have laid on it. So it could be on me. I've got an idea though, just a minute. Like, it's not on my bag's dirty. But I can't see any like big black anti-climb paint on it. So, if I lean against this wall and rub, if it's on my back, it should be on that wall. Well, it isn't. I need to look back at the footage now, because that is a bit concerning. Right, now I'm really worried because there's no anti-climb paint on me. So it's either on something. Right, look, let me show you. I have got it on my hands, but it's dried up from earlier on. Like when I've climbed through the window in the first place. But is it on something else of mine? Because that's a lot of... You'd have to smear it on. It's really wet. Right, look at this. Nothing on it. Absolutely nothing on it. That looks like it's got a footprint in it. And it's... like, is it on my leg or something? Shorts. It's on my knees a bit, but that's from when I got in. And it's not on my scars. It's not on my shorts. What about my hoodie? Let me just rub my hands round my... That sounds a bit weird. Rub my hand round myself. Is there... Like, if it were on me, it'd come back wet. Still on me. I'll swap hands. I'm actually really worried about this. Because... Is it on my feet? No. No. So where the fuck has that come from? Go back and watch. That was not there. I wouldn't have laid on it. I know what it's like, that stuff. It's awful. It gets on everything. Right, the only other place it could be, it's not on here, look. It's not on here. The only place it could be is on my bag. And it's not. It's not. There were a bit, look, see that there? That was there. If you look back on the footage, that was there. That was not. And if I'd put it on myself, it would be all over me. Like, it's not at all. It sticks like tar. So how the fuck has that got there? Well, that's me not sleeping. That's me sitting up and not moving and just listening. It's like, I don't even know what time it is now. I've got no clue. But it's past midnight. It's probably more like 1:30 now. Nerves. Don't like this. I'm happy to go exploring around buildings. Do you know what it is? It's the staying in one place. I don't like it. And like knowing that I should be going to sleep now. I need to be catching up on my sleep. I'm flying to Italy. Well, I'm actually, this is nobody knows this. I'm flying to France on Tuesday, and because it's Saturday now, and this video will be out on Sunday tomorrow. I'll be flying to France, driving to Italy through Switzerland. So I need to catch up on my sleep because I never sleep when I'm away. So this is not the best idea ever. Right, this is how I'm sleeping. In a sat up position. I can't sleep with this light on. So I'm gonna have to try. See what it's like when it's dark. What's it gonna be like? Let's get rid of the light altogether. That doesn't seem that dark. Wait a minute. Maybe because the street light's out outside that window. How do I turn this thing off? There we go. That's the window. And the rain coming down. You can just about see me. So next time I see you, will be in the morning. Right, good morning. I've got all my stuff together. I'm all done. I'm so glad to be getting out of here. The only thing is, I keep walking down the same corridors. I've sort of forgot which way to go. I think I'm down these stairs. I am. And then we can get around to the front door again. That has to be one of the worst night's sleep I have ever had. Every bang, every creak, every cat outside, every little noise like this. There's a piece of glass that a bit of water's landing on. Listen. It keeps making that noise. And it kept waking me up. Even though it's right along the corridor, it's high pitch, I can hear it. Anyway, the sun's just coming up. Well, it's lightish outside. Don't see me in here. It's horrible. Everything's so dirty and grimy. But as soon as we get past those trees and at that front door, I'm out of here. Thing is, look at the amount of water. These walls were dry when I came in earlier. And the amount of water that's running down the walls, it's scary. And that's just one night's worth. So what's it going to be like after a full winter? I don't think it'll be here this time next year. Right, finally, found my way out of here. The birds are singing. The light's just coming up. Finally, we get to go home. It has literally been raining all night long. All night. Been dripping. I could hear it dripping in all the different rooms. All I want to do is get back home, get to my bed. It's like, I think I can't look because it's in my pocket and I've got my torch. But I think it's about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I'm going to see you back in the car. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm home. I'm so tired. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. It's like 7, 8 o'clock or something, 8 o'clock. I've just popped to get something to eat and drink. But I hope you've enjoyed that. Keep an eye out, Patreon users especially, and people that may want to become a Patreon user. Something very exciting is coming soon, involving Andy. Right, love you all. See you later. Bye-bye.